So our next presenter is Alvaro Maurice. Alvaro is CEO of Conquistador Consulting. Originally from Caracas, Venezuela, he has resided in the Miami Valley for most of his years in the U.S. His business, founded in Dayton, has been helping companies thrive both locally and internationally since 2011. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Al. I usually go by Al, but I don't mind Alvaro or Alvaro, whatever you prefer. By looking at me or by speaking to me, almost nobody thinks of me as an immigrant to this country, but I am. I received my citizenship through naturalization through the year 2000. And Venezuela, when in conversation it is revealed that my home country is Venezuela, others are sometimes surprised by this, and they might be thrown off simply because they don't have another Venezuelan friend in their contacts. In the Midwest, that can typically be the case. We're not really abundant here. As was mentioned in the introduction, most of the time that I've lived in the U.S. has been in the Miami Valley, and even after relocating and traveling extensively, I choose to live here for a variety of reasons. And if you want to know what they are, ask me afterwards, and I'll be happy to tell you. A few years ago, the mayor asked me to collaborate with Tom Walrad, who at the time was the executive director of Human Relations Council, on a project. I didn't know what the project was, but I look forward to creating something beneficial for our city, both economically and socially. And this evolved into what is now the Welcome Dayton program. Welcome Dayton promotes immigrant integration into our region by encouraging business and economic development, providing access to education, government, health, and social services, ensuring equity in the justice system, and promoting an appreciation of arts and culture. Next slide. It didn't take long for other cities to take note of what was happening here and to emulate the program. It has since received extensive national and international attention and has put the city of Dayton on the cutting edge of the immigration issue by fostering inclusivity and constructive dialogue regarding immigrants and immigrant-friendly cities. You can learn more about this program at www.welcomedayton.org. However, this isn't where the story ends when it comes to shifting our views on immigration. While this effort has been focused locally through this program, one must understand the national and international impact on immigration to understand the issue as a whole. These are the global net migration rates for 2011. Blue indicates a positive flow of immigration, orange represents a negative trend, and green is stable. As you can see, the macro perspective of immigration shows that immigrants are attracted in large parts to developed nations such as ours. And then a 2012 study by Gallup found that roughly 640 million adults would want to migrate to another country in the world if they had the chance to. Nearly 1/4 of those respondents, which translates to more than 150 million adults worldwide, named the U.S. as their desired future residence, which is good for us. And the statistic is simply staggering, really. Of all the country's prospective immigrants, nearly 1/4 of them wish to reside here in this country. The next closest contender is the United Kingdom, with only 7% of immigrants choosing it as their desired residence. While individuals and families all immigrate for a variety of reasons, the U.S. is, above and beyond, still the land of opportunity. I like to quote Tony Blair here. He says, "A simple way to take measure of a country is to look at how many want in and how many want out." Our nation may have its faults, but I believe that it is still the greatest nation on earth for that very reason. And whatever your stance may be on various immigration issues, we should all recognize that this has always been, and will continue to be a nation of immigrants. The story of the United States wouldn't be possible without our inherent ability to welcome those who seek a better future for themselves and their families. It is my firm belief that we all have a certain personal responsibility to embrace this culture of tolerance and inclusiveness, whether you support and become involved in programs such as Welcome Dayton, or through other organizations or your own initiative. It's all beneficial to our communities. And it's been proven time and time again that the presence of immigrants combined with strong programs to provide them with the tools and resources to personally succeed only bolsters economic growth. Without the presence of the influx of intellectuals and immigrant-owned businesses, economies on almost every level, local, state, and national, would be devastated. Just last week, I received a friend request on Facebook from strangers, accompanied with a message. Gustavo and Romina, an Argentine couple looking to relocate to Dayton, reached out to me and asked some questions in regards to various aspects of living in Dayton. Next slide is Buenos Aires, Argentina, and that's where they're from, and it's a major metropolitan city of millions. However, they wanted to know what the best neighborhoods were in Dayton to search for a home, as well as other inquiries. And I thought that was pretty interesting, coming from a city of millions to Dayton. I mean, it's quite a shift. And when I asked why Dayton, they replied simply, "We chose Dayton primarily because of the Welcome Dayton program. We plan to start our business there and believe that the cost of living, as compared to, say, Miami, is tremendously better." Also, a city like Dayton gives us the feeling that there is much available to do. And although Ellis Island may no longer be in operation, there are still hundreds of thousands of people who become U.S. citizens every year. Almost any citizen of this nation today is here as a result of good immigration policy, and because of those who continue to improve that system while being tolerant and inclusive in their everyday lives. And a quote from FDR that I really think embodies this is, "Remember, remember always that all of us, and you and I especially, are descended from immigrants and revolutionists." I think that's pretty fitting. And I hope this mindset helps foster discussion and action, not just here in our city with the help of pioneering programs like Welcome Dayton, but throughout the country as well. This is much more than a Dayton story, and while we have a long way to go, it is a cause worth championing, and in the end, we are all of us immigrants and striving to reach the same goals. Thank you.